It has only been a few weeks since Lizzie and Roger moved into the old family house. The house was beautiful, with its creaky wooden floors and tall windows that looked out over acres of trees. But it came with problems. The electricity kept cutting out. The plumbing was a nightmare, and there was always that weird cold feeling in some rooms. And then the noises, when no one was around, the little things that made Lizzie's skin crawl. Roger, with his charming smile and easy laugh, always tried to keep things normal. But even he couldn't hide the shadows behind his eyes, the nightmares that woke him up in the night, twisting him in fear, the dark story he barely spoke about, of his mother's madness, his father's death, and his missing sister, and a secret tied to the tree on their property. That tree, the one where Roger's father's first wife had hung herself. Lizzie tried to push the thoughts away, tell herself it was her imagination running wild. But something told her this was only the beginning.
Did you guys ever come here when you were kids? No, never. We were told not to. Why? That was where my dad's first wife hung herself. Wait, your mom wasn't his first wife? No, she was the second. The first one, I don't know much, just what I heard. They said she couldn't handle the isolation, or him. Did your mom ever talk about her? Not really, just that we shouldn't go near the tree, ever. All this time, she had been feeling something strange, something just a little off, like the house had a heartbeat she couldn't hear unless everything else was still. What if it wasn't just in her head? What if the house was haunted? What if Roger's mother hadn't gone mad, but had been driven to madness? What if she wasn't the monster in the story, but the first victim? Was his mother possessed?
Lizzie tried hard not to let her mind wander to dark places. Maybe she was just overthinking everything. So that's exactly what she did. Every day she found something to fix or clean, something to make the property look alive again, and Roger helped too. Even if he was quieter than usual, he was there. The next Saturday morning, they went to buy a lawnmower. The grass had grown wild and unruly, and Lizzie was determined to tame it. Lizzie pushed the mower steadily, the engine humming beneath her hands. The fresh-cut grass smelled sweet in the air, and she felt a little spark of pride. But then, as she rounded the far side of the yard, near the tree, something caught her eye. She suddenly stopped. At first, she thought it was just a shadow. But no, there it was. Lizzie's heart skipped. What the? Suddenly, the mower jerked forward faster than she expected. The grass was uneven here and the wheel caught a hidden root. She lost control. The mower tipped, threatening to topple onto her leg. Roger! From behind her, Roger dashed forward, grabbing the handle just before the mower could fall. Are you okay? I saw something by the tree. Roger's eyes narrowed as he looked toward the tree, then back at her. I'll handle it, he said, tightening his grip on the mower. As Roger walked toward the tree, Lizzie followed at a cautious pace. The shadows seemed thicker here. Whatever she had seen, or thought she saw, was no longer there. It was another one of those days when Lizzie was determined to get things done around the house. The plumbing had been acting up again, and she needed a wrench to tighten a pipe under the sink. She rummaged through drawers and cabinets, but the tool she needed was nowhere to be found. Frustrated, she decided to check the kitchen storage room. The small, cramped space near the back of the house. As she pushed open the door, a chill ran down her spine. The air felt heavy. The air felt heavy, almost suffocating. She remembered what Roger had told her about that storage, the place where his father's body was found. Lizzie shook the thought away, telling herself it was just an old house with a sad past. Okay, focus. She stepped inside. The light flickered overhead as she scanned the shelves. Old jars, dusty boxes, and forgotten things lined the walls. Her heart pounded. A sudden creak made her freeze. She turned sharply, but no one was there. She clenched her fists. Get it together, Lizzie. Then she felt it, a prickling at the back of her neck, like eyes were watching her. I don't like this. I can't stay here. She hurriedly grabbed a small box near the corner, but as she turned to leave, the door slammed shut behind her. Cold wave washed over her. Roger! She fumbled with the door, finally yanking it open. Lizzie didn't wait. She stepped out quickly, glancing back once more at the dark storage. She could swear she heard a whisper, soft and low, almost a sigh. Her skin crawled. As she moved away, she felt like something was trailing just behind her, watching her every step. She shook her head, trying to clear the fear. It's just my imagination. But deep down, she knew something in this house wasn't ready to let them be. Lizzie shook off the cold dread from the storage room and took a deep breath. She couldn't let fear stop her. The wrench was still missing, and Roger was relying on her to fix the plumbing. She closed her eyes and thought carefully. Where else would it be? Then it hit her. The workshop. Roger had said his father spent hours there crafting wood. Maybe the tool was somewhere in that cluttered space. Lizzie made her way outside, stepping through the damp grass to the weathered wooden workshop. The old building creaked as she pushed open the door. Dust particles floated in the slanting sunlight. She started rifling through boxes and drawers, her fingers brushing past scattered nails and bits of sandpaper. Suddenly, her hand hit something smooth, a small round button, oddly out of shape. She pressed it. To her surprise, a section of the floor near the back shifted open, revealing a narrow staircase descending into darkness. Her heart pounded wildly, but curiosity pushed her forward. She grabbed a flashlight from the bench and carefully stepped down into the basement below the workshop. The air was cold and stale. Shadows clung to the walls. And then she saw her. A girl, crouched low, skin stretched tight over bones, pale and almost translucent. She was digging frantically into the dirt with her bare hands, dirt flying everywhere. Her eyes were sunken and wild, desperate. Lizzie's breath caught. The girl looked up, fixing her hollow gaze on Lizzie, her lips barely moving. As she pointed shakily toward a cat bowl placed beside her, filled with fresh milk. Lizzie knelt and pushed the bowl forward a little. The girl's lips parted as she began to lap up the milk like a cat, soft and slow. Lizzie's mind raced. No. Can't be. She looked closer at the girl's face, the hollow eyes and fragile frame, hauntingly familiar. Monica? Roger's earliest memories were filled with the scent of sawdust and the rhythmic tapping of his father's tools in the wood workshop. His father was a skilled craftsman, shaping beautiful pieces from rough logs, and little Roger loved to watch him work, fascinated by how rough wood transformed into delicate shapes. But beneath the skill was a darker side. Roger's father was a man ruled by rage, short-tempered and cruel. The charming craftsman everyone admired hid a terrifying secret. At night, behind the closed doors of their house, he kept girls captive, tormenting them with savage cruelty. The walls of the workshop held silent witness to horrors no child should ever imagine. His mother said nothing, never stopped him, and the house lived in a shadow of fear. Roger found out young, too young to understand, but old enough to never forget. One day, he accidentally ruined a piece his father had been working on, a finely carved wooden box meant for a client. "What have you done? Look at this. You ruined it." I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't mean to." "You're useless. I should teach you a lesson you won't forget." Roger flinched as his father raised his hand. But something inside snapped. Later that day, driven by fear and fury, Roger found his father alone behind the house. Cold rage filled him. No more. This has to stop. Before his father could react, Roger struck, and the man's cruel life ended in silence. Roger's mother learned soon after. She didn't scream or cry. Instead, she seemed to understand. He was dangerous. But how do I hide what's done? Where can I put him? She found an old storage space in the kitchen, a cold, cramped cupboard. There she hid his father's body, sealing the door shut like a dark secret buried in their home. But the nightmare wasn't over. Roger's sister, Monica, disappeared. When his mother asked about her, Roger didn't answer. "Where is Monica? Tell me, Roger." "I don't know, Mom. I don't know." Monica's absence devastated their mother. She searched frantically, tears and anguish filling the house. But the truth weighed heavily on Roger. He had locked Monica away in that secret chamber. Roger, he wasn't very different from his father, like son. He always felt jealous of his sister, how his mother always gave her more attention, always worried about her. What about him? It was always Monica, Monica, Monica. But even after erasing Monica from the picture, his mother didn't turn her attention to him. She was still worried for his sister. So finally, overwhelmed and desperate, Roger did the unthinkable. He called the police on his own mother, blaming her for the horrors, for everything he couldn't face. The police arrived. Handcuffs clicking tight on his mother's wrist.
"I'll kill you, Roger. You gave me to the police. I'll not spare you."
Roger stood silently as she was taken away, the sole survivor of a shattered family. But Roger could never really move on from his past. The shadows of his childhood haunted him, creeping into his dreams. Night after night, he'd wake up drenched in sweat, caught in nightmares where his father's angry voice echoed through the darkness. "You're worthless. You'll never be good enough." Roger's face twisted in fear, trying to escape the invisible grip of those old memories. Lizzie watched him quietly, wishing she could reach through the nightmare and pull him back. She wanted children. From the moment they got married, Lizzie dreamed of little feet running through the halls, laughter filling the rooms, but Roger, always hesitant.
So I've been thinking, maybe it's time we could try for a baby. A baby? Already? Yeah, we have space now, and I want this house to feel full, not haunted by old things. What if it's a son? Then we name him something cool like Orion and teach him not to pee on the toilet seat. What if he doesn't listen to us? Then we better parent better. Kids don't come with guarantees, Raj.
Roger's true fear was buried deeper, a fear he barely admitted to himself. He had killed his own father. What if his son grew up to do the same? That's why, one night he shared a story with Lizzie.
You know the myth of Zeus? Cronus was told one of his sons would overthrow him. So, every time his wife got pregnant, he ate the child. When Zeus was born, she hid him. Later, Zeus made Cronus vomit up his siblings, and Athena, she was born from his head. So what? Nothing.
It's like a warning, like the past can't be ignored. It stays with you. From the darkness, a figure stepped out. Who's there? It was Roger. How are you? Good. How's Roger? He's fine. Did they find Monica? No. Lizzie, I need to tell you something about Roger. I know.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.